Greetings, everyone. Hope all of you are having an absolutely fantastic day. Let me say up front, usually this is not the type of video that I do. I don't tell people what to buy. I don't tell people, hey, rush out and buy things. I had a video last week or a couple of weeks ago where I talked about a sale on Steam and I just said, hey, buy something. But I didn't point you towards a specific game and say, hey, this game, go out, purchase it. I don't do that. I just try to provide you all information that you can use to make your own purchasing decision. But this is a special case because you all keep asking about this. So I feel the need to make a video over and over and over again. I'm getting comments with people saying, is now a good time to jump into Rogue Trader? I think part of that is probably because it's well known that this game had a rocky launch. When it first came out, there were a bunch of bugs. People, in some cases, had trouble completing it, and it went through a phase as well where Owlcat was combing through all the mechanics and making a lot of balancing changes as far as how the game works, and so people were hesitant naturally to jump in. And so with the new DLC coming out and a lot of those patches already coming through to balance the game, people have been asking me over and over and over again, is now a good time for me to go ahead and purchase Rogue Trader, or for me to go ahead and start playing Rogue Trader? And my answer is yes, absolutely yes, with one caveat, okay? So first, let's go through the reasons why I feel like it's a great time for you to play Rogue Trader. First and foremost, the vast majority of bugs and issues have been cleared and taken care of. And what I hear from folks over and over again is that they are able to play the game front to end with very little issues. Also, some of the other problems that didn't keep you from being able to complete the game, but still impacted your overall enjoyment of the game, such as the disposition points not being doled out properly, so making it almost impossible for you to max out a particular disposition, or the reputation points you get with stores, again, not being doled out properly, so making it almost impossible for you to properly max out your reputation with certain stores and get some of the truly high-end gear. All of that stuff has been cleared out, and honestly, it was a fantastic experience loading up some of my previous saves where I know all that stuff was jacked up and I couldn't access the higher tier gear at some of these vendors at all. Loading up those saves and then being able to go to those stores and realize, oh, nice, I can get everything now the way it should have been because I did damn near all the content, so there's no way that so much of this should be limited. It was really good to see, and it's obvious that Owlcat has put in a ton of effort into trying to beef that up and make the experience much better for everyone. Also, a good reason to jump in, as many of you already know and I already talked about in this video, they just dropped a new DLC, which is going to add a brand new party member. She's fantastic. She comes with 2 new archetypes. I think Blade Dancer is incredible, really a game-changing archetype. Executioner is cool. You know, if you want to work around it, you can. I don't think it's a top-tier archetype the way Blade Dancer is, but either way, it's 2 new archetypes, 2 new ways for you to be able to play the game. Gives you a lot more options as far as builds and theory crafting and things of that nature. So yet another great reason for you to go ahead and jump in. Now, with all of that being said, and with obviously my perspective being, by all means, jump in now. You should have a great time. You'll probably see a bunch of comments down below from people who will tell you, I love Rogue Trader. Honestly, there are a lot of people who enjoy Rogue Trader more than Wrath of the Righteous. I'm not one of those people. I put Wrath of the Righteous over Rogue Trader, even though I enjoy Rogue Trader quite a bit. But it's good enough where there are some people who say it's even better than what I would say is Owlcat's best game. So if you haven't experienced Rogue Trader yet, absolutely, I think it's something that you should. The only caveat that I would provide is that there are many of you who, when it comes to games that are the length Owlcat prefers, right? They're gonna give you a game that has over 100 hours worth of content. Many of you would say, I'm only going to play this once. So I needed to have everything it's possibly going to have for this one playthrough, because once this is done, I know I'm never coming back to this game again, no matter what the developer does. If you know that's your perspective and you would like to make sure there's as much content as possible, Owlcat is supposed to be working on another DLC. Now, the original timeline for this DLC was that it was going to release in December. Void Shadows was delayed. I do not know at this time if the delay of Void Shadows also delayed the release of this second DLC, but if it didn't, then this is going to be released in another month and a half. And maybe, depending on the type of player you are, it makes more sense to wait for the second DLC to come out as opposed to trying to jump in now. If you're curious about what is in the second DLC, I'll be honest, I know it adds another party member, and it adds and that party member, his vocation is basically like a cop. He's the Warhammer version of a cop, someone who's responsible for enforcing the law. Beyond that, I don't remember everything that's supposed to be in that DLC, but I'll leave a link in the description to the video where I walk through all that content. Owlcat has already told everybody what's supposed to be in it. I think there's supposed to be some new things with your Void Ship, where they're going to give Void Ship customizations or things of that nature. But frankly, the plans that they originally had might have already changed by the time they get to this DLC anyway. So maybe that information is still right, maybe it's not. But regardless, bottom line, if you want to jump in now, if you've been chomping at the bit to get into Rogue Trader, play it now. Play it now, buy it now. It's stable. It's in a very good place. I think you're going to love it. I think you'll enjoy it. For those of you who are like, I want to play it, but I know I'm only going to play it once, I'm really hesitant about playing a game where it's about to get new content, probably best for you to wait till the second DLC. And then after the second DLC drops, which will probably have another major patch, which will probably add more content, more balancing, etc., make it an even better experience for you, right? So hopefully this will help. Stop some of those comments. From now on, every time you all send me that comment, I'm just put a link to this video so you all know my perspective. Jump on in, by all means. It's in a great place. Rogue Trader is fantastic. Owlcat did an amazing job with it. Cannot wait to see Rogue Trader 2. From my understanding, Rogue Trader sold well enough, sold within Owlcat's expectations, if nothing else. So I feel like we're definitely going to get a sequel at some point, and maybe we'll even get more content beyond this second DLC. Void Shadows, by the way, if you haven't seen my review, was fantastic. Really enjoyed that DLC. The vast majority of people who I've seen who have played Void Shadows echo the same sentiments, that it's just great stuff. So just all the way around, not only is the Rogue Trader game good, but the support Owlcat has had around the game has been very, very good as well. Anyway, that's my video. Leave your thoughts down below. I'll see you on the next one. Take care.